and welcome to Book Club Blue.
Or Bleu, we never really cleared that up.
No, we haven't. We're going to pronounce it as Blue, so you can pronounce it as Blue, but if you wish, you can also pronounce it as Bleu.
I'm totally all for that. Okay, firstly I have to thank we have 20 subscribers now, or blue worms as I like to call them.
Blue worms,
Yeah.
that's good.
Okay, and we're back with our review of Mice and Men.
John Steinbeck.
We both finished it, for real.
It's not even a lie.
Yeah. No, we're pretty good on the whole. But, yeah, you're the ones who need to be doing more reading, probably.
Yeah.
Don't mean to get all kind of high and mighty on you. Anyway, Mice and Men.
Mice and Men, yeah.
I really love this book. I think I can see myself reading a chapter of it a week for the rest of my life, really. It's written in 1937, which I was quite surprised by, because I thought it was almost like it was written in the 60s, because it seemed to capture the kind of hostility and harshness of the Depression so well. From my limited knowledge, it just seemed very complete.
He worked on... Didn't he work on ranches? Steinbeck?
That was very likely.
I think he worked on...
but that's like all we know about him, his face.
Yeah,
really.
I'm right in saying he worked on...
It might well tell you in the front.
I'll read it there. Anyway,
find
out for yourself, but I'm pretty sure that he worked on ranches. This is like based on his own like...
Maybe there'll be like an annotation here just explaining.
Yeah, and if we're wrong, then we're sorry, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, the book is about Lenny and George.
Yep.
And Lenny's big, strong, hard, nice worker. He's very nice, remember that?
Yes.
And he's got like a sort of mind of a child, isn't he?
Yeah.
And Lenny is quite small, and he's sort of the...
He always gets them into trouble.
The thinking part of the pair.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, if you've ever seen or read the play Waiting for Godot, it's kind of like the two of them, one of them's the body and one of them's the mind.
Have you done that though?
I saw it. I saw it with Patrick Stewart and
Did you?
Ian McCullen, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
In Bath. It's really good.
Oh, nice.
Patrick Stewart. Sorry.
I saw a guy in town who looked like Patrick Stewart today.
Yeah?
But it wasn't him. No,
No.
he looked like him.
Anyway.
Anyway.
I have to said it to him. Oh, he loved it.
Yeah. Anyway. What was I going to say? I just put an embarrassing face on the video.
Cool.
I think. Well, the thing I always say about this book, I know it's an obvious thing to say, but the whole book really does lead up to the ending. Yeah. And I know we did this when we did it in school, but the whole thing's kind of...
It's all like
foretelling what will happen.
Foreshadowing.
It's sort of like an operatic tragedy almost. We don't want to ruin the story, but...
It's Lenny's a bit clumsy,
yeah,
so to speak. He doesn't really know his own strength when it comes to petting animals,
yeah,
as it were. He likes to touch soft things.
Yeah, we should probably comment on the title of Mice and Men. Of course, it's
Best
from
Laid
Robert
Plans.
Burns.
Yeah.
Best
poem.
Plans of Mice and Men oft go awry. I think that's
Awry.
a paraphrase though. I'm not sure that's the actual poem I think I was reading.
Really?
Yeah, I'll have to check that up. Again,
But it's
annotation.
Yeah. We'll put a link in
Will
for
was
that.
right. Oh yeah, sure.
But yes, it's... What you were saying about it's about the depression, it does capture that
So
depressive
they're
mood.
travelling ranch workers, but they say the difference about them is that they have an ambition.
And they're also, they've travelled together. They've got someone who gives a damn about them.
Yeah. Like, this book really teases you in with the optimism they have for their dream. And everybody in the story kind of has a dream which has kind of been crushed.
And all the people in their little bunkhouse get like grabbed by this notion of
every
dream.
chapter is so much painful kind of to the conclusion, because every few pages it gets
especially
more and more
on
enticing.
continued reading of it. If you read it once, you're like, oh my god, that was quite, it's very tragic. Read it again, you feel this sort of like
more of the
tension.
pathos.
Yeah, it's just like you
kind
can
of
feel it as it goes through the story. And
Yeah.
it is.
I think
heartbreaking
actually knowing the ending, I know I'm talking about not spoiling it, I think knowing the ending kind of increases the reading quality and experience.
Because you look at other things, obviously. Yeah, that happens with a lot of art.
Especially when you do it in school like we did.
Yeah. So we got to look at a very analytical point of view from it as we were reading through it.
To be honest, I'm pretty sure I never actually read all of the book because we just split up into sections, so this is a real treat reading again for me.
It's
such a geek.
It was an excellent book. Especially, I have my doubts about American writers sometimes. But...
Yeah, I know someone like my mum wouldn't want to read an American book so much like this.
Yeah.
But I've made her interested by ranting about it.
It's spectacular.
Have we gone into the plot enough? Because I've heard some people criticising our lack of detail in some of our videos.
Well, we can ruin it for you, if you like. Would you like that? No.
Calm down, Chris.
Probably not.
We're going to lose subscribers that way.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I did tell you I had a
I'm
Warriors reference coming up. I imagine most of the characters like in the film because I saw a bit of that.
Yeah.
But Curly's wife, I imagined as Mercy from the Warriors.
Which one's that?
The girl.
Yeah, which they run away with.
Yeah,
okay,
she has this kind of front. And she's just kind of like a troublemaker.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. But if we, let's go into the plot a bit.
Yeah.
Basically, they come to the bunkhouse and they're late, apparently. And there's a guy called Curly, who is the boss's son. And he's sort of handy, so to speak, in the ring as a boxer. And he's always picking for fights and big guys because he's a short guy, so he picks on Lenny. And then eventually, Lenny and him, Lenny starts punching Lenny at one point, and Lenny grabs his hand and then crushes Curly's hand. And then Slim, who's like, the ranch
Slim's
prince,
one of the few sort of good guys in the story. Really.
Yeah.
Like, even...
And he gives Lenny a puppy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
One of the white and brown ones, just like Lenny wanted. And then, something tragic happens with Curly's wife and Lenny, because she lets him touch her hair, and he gets a bit too into it, and she won't, and then she gets scared, and when she goes to move away, he grabs her, and with his own strength, he breaks her neck, doesn't he?
Yeah. But again, I think in this story, it's kind of depressing in a way because of everybody's eventual acceptance of, the futility of what they're doing. They're kind of settling. I was kind of thinking, like, is George's real dream to have the ranch with Lenny, or is it to spend his money at the end of the week, every week?
Because he always goes on about it. He went to, if I didn't have you, Lenny's the same thing to Lenny, I could just tip my $50, go into town and go to a cat house,
Lenny,
or whatever, how I
Lenny
want.
always says he'll go away in a cave to make George happy.
And you've always got this animalistic quality of Lenny. The paws, he slurps the water like a horse or something would do, and his massive paws. It's all...
Which again, like with an animal, is that way you feel so sorry for him because it isn't his fault.
Yeah.
But so like, Curly's wife even kind of accepts she's not going to be an actress, and she marries Curly, who she doesn't like. Crooks, of course, the black man at the ranch.
Yeah, who Steinbeck calls...
Is quite...
Well, he writes it as nigger, but that's because of you've got to think, contextually, that would have been acceptable in the time.
Well, he kind of has like books of like law and stuff, but he accepts, like, he gets enticed into their dream as well, but then he says, actually forget it, because, basically he's just a black man in a very hostile society where he can't really succeed. And, and everyone else is just a rancher who just, goes about their business. So we
kind of, this theme of, like, American Dream, I suppose.
Yeah, which we've covered before.
Like with, whatchamacallit?
Fear and Loathing.
Fear and Loathing, that's it, yeah.
And I've also read On the Road, which was also kind of that. It comes up a lot. I think we did another book with it, I can't remember what it was, no?
Well, to continue with the hostile, like, themes or worlds, so to speak, we're going to be, next book we're going to be doing is A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. I've got an issue down here.
I got a free copy.
With a newspaper of the Times. You got with, I think?
Guardian or something, sound about
Independent. Free with Independent.
Metamorphosis came in this series as well.
But, yeah, so we're going to be doing that next issue, and so to continue with
more of a dystopian sort of society.
I love this book. I've already read it once, so I'm going to read it again.
I'm not a very fan of the film, but I've read a bit of the book. But, when you've seen a film, you always find better things to do than read a book sometimes.
Yeah, I was definitely introduced to the book by the film. So anyway, I'll wrap it up for now.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so, thanks for watching.
Throw ourselves into that one. But we didn't ruin anything. And thanks for subscribing.
Thank you.
But if you haven't subscribed...
Yeah, comment.
Yeah.
Rate.
Subscribe.
And subscribe.
Yeah. And smiley face. I'm not going to try. Cheers.